Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay today. I'm coming with some breaking news. I just heard that 8 more Memphis police officers are facing charges. Uh, I don't know if that means that they will be facing charges such as the other officers have faced, because they're facing second-degree murder, or are they just a part and they could just be lose their job? So I did want to sort of share a clip of that I did learn that 8 more. So I think there's a great investigation going on. They are relieving people of their jobs that is part of the, if they just sat around and watched this young man be beat to death and nobody said stop. Um, they should all be terminated. Uh, there were a lot of people there, and nobody said anything or did anything to stop what was going on. But I'm going to play this clip and then I'm going to come back and share some more details. It's what I did find out about the police chief.
Tonight saw less.
Wait a minute, let me see. Okay. All right, let me see what's going on here. Uh, Wait a second, I can't hear my volume. Okay, well, that's not gonna play, so we're just gonna move on. I'm not gonna spend any more time with that. Uh, it was just basically going over some of the details of the 8 police officers that are now facing charges in Nicholson death. Uh, 8 more. They've already charged. I think it's going to be a total of 13 police officers charged. One of them I did find out was this lieutenant of the fire department, Memphis Fire Department personnel. And the reason that these young people were let go is because they didn't do anything. They were called on the scene because he was pepper sprayed. And if you remember seeing the clip where they had pepper sprayed him, ejected him out of his car. Uh, so they were called on the scene to assist. But what happened was they didn't do anything. They didn't assist him, even though he was in handcuffs, leaned up against the car. And they didn't follow protocol. And for them not following protocol, the Memphis Fire Department personnel, they terminated their positions. Okay, now here's what we're really going to talk about today. Memphis Police Chief, Miss Davis. Is she part of the problem in the death of Nicholson? What I learned is that she was, for 18 months, she was Atlanta Police Department. She worked in Atlanta Police Department before she even came to Memphis. And she had a unit that was similar to the Scorpions, which is the Scorpion units that killed this young man. But she overseen a unit similar, and they were called she overseen a unit They were called the Red Dog, and they were supposed to do some of the same thing, clean up the streets or clean up neighborhoods that was in bad uh, neighborhoods. But what they done, they got a lot of public backlash, and they had a lot of lawsuits in Atlanta due to her running this police department. So my thing was, I was giving her praise because she moved so swiftly with getting those police officers charged. And I thought that was great for her and what she did to get them all charged. But then when I can praise her for that. But when I come back and see that she ran a unit just like this, similar in Atlanta, why would, if it didn't work in Atlanta, what makes you think it was going to work in Memphis? What did you do different? And so now people are questioning, are you part of the problem? Because you put a unit out here, and then she's coming back saying that they should have had more supervision. Oh, whoopee. You got a man's life that's gone. And now the only thing that you can come back with is that they need more supervision. So what I didn't like, I think the old unit that she ran, the Red Dog in Atlanta, a lot of complaints in Atlanta. Um, they used a lot of misconduct and violence towards people in Atlanta. They had a number of lawsuits. So with that even being said, I don't even know how was she able to go to another city and change the name, but you're doing the same thing. Um, I don't know how that was possible, but it was. And so now people are pretty much saying maybe you're the problem and not all these officers need to be charged, but you being a chief, you should have known better, and maybe you should be charged as well, or at least lose your position. Um, the Red Dog unit was it was between 2006 and 2007, and it had about 30 officers, and they flooded neighborhoods with high crime areas throughout Atlanta. But then that makes you wonder, were they doing some of the similar same things that, you know, happened in this young man case in Memphis? Because a lot of people feared them. They put terror in people. Um, they were more than police officers. They caused more harm than they did good. And all they were told is just to get the job done. Davis joined the Red Dog unit in 2007. Um, and she was also listed in a number of lawsuits against the Red Dog unit. Atlanta settled at least 10 lawsuits related to Red Dog unit misconduct, costing taxpayers more than $2 million in settlements. And that was according to NBC News Review. And then they turn around and bring her to Memphis and let her do the same thing and change the name from Red Dog to Scorpions. That's not fair. It's not right. None of the lawsuits. Um, one lady lost her life due to being broke into, and I think that was settled. The Red Dog was disbanded in 2011. and Davis was still with the department, working as community policy project manager, according to her resume. And so they were aggressive. I'm quite sure they intimidated a lot of people in the community that was part of the squad. I think it had a number of 30 uh, police officers. And that's pretty much what was going on in Memphis. They just changed the name, but they had the same complaints, pretty much similar complaints as what they had the Scorpion. And so a lot of people feel like you didn't do a good job. You didn't do a good job in Atlanta, and you definitely didn't do a good job in Memphis. And maybe along with the police officers losing their job, maybe Davis should lose her job as well. So, what are your thoughts about that? I would like to hear people's opinion. Um, should you have been able to do so badly in one city, and then you take and use the same techniques in another city, and you got people losing their lives, brutally beaten for no reason? They should never even been pulled over. And so I would like to hear what people say about the Red Dog. This young lady, she was in Atlanta. She's 92 years old. And she was in a Bouch drug raid. And that was the Red Dog unit accidentally went into this young lady's, she's 92 years old, went into her home and killed her. Uh, Kathleen Johnson and her family filed a wrongful lawsuit against the police department in Atlanta, and they was awarded $4.9 million. So this seems to be a pattern uh, of what this police chief is trying to do from one city to another city. It seems to be a pattern. And after people complain or enough people has lost their lives, then they said, well, we'll dismantle the unit, which it should have never been started in the beginning. And if you're going to start something, at least correct the problems. What did you do different from the Red Dog versus the Scorpions? What was different? Did you do anything to improve it? Because you saying we need more supervisors is not enough. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. And I understand some areas in cities are a lot bad, especially when uh, you got drug and violent crimes. So I can understand the police report, but it seems like instead of you getting the people that are out here selling drugs or the people that should be gotten, you're getting innocent people. So you're raiding places, and innocent people are losing their lives that had nothing to do with a drug related violent crime or drug sales or drug use. And so this is the question to remain: how do the community feel? I mean, because you're causing different communities different lawsuits. And so I'm going to stop right there. I do like to know, what do y'all feel about it? Do you feel like the police chief should lose her position? Uh, if you're going to go from one city and then go and set up a similar uh, group of officers to go in and do the same thing that you did in Atlanta. You're going to do it in Memphis. And now you got innocent people losing their lives. Do you think it's right for her to keep her position, or should they find somebody else that's more qualified to do that job? So I would like to know your thoughts. Hit my like, subscribe button, and let me know what you think.